I'm David Meyers. I develop technology, but I'm not here as a tech executive. I'm an Israeli naval officer, but I'm not here with the naval officers' protest. I'm here with a personal story. My grandfather, Zichrono Levacha, bought the Exodus. Not in an anonymous way, with a lot of donors. He and his partner actually formed the Shell Company in the suburbs of Boston to purchase ships and armaments for the War of Independence, and sent a check to buy it. I have a picture of it. He was also investigated by the FBI when cargo listed under his name crashed on a dock in New York. And instead of agricultural machinery, weapons manufacturing equipment spilled out all over the dock. He did a lot of things for the founding and growth of Israel, and if he were alive, I don't know what I would say to him. Because if his great-granddaughter in Israel comes out as LGBTQ and wants to marry or to adopt, the government may not recognize those basic rights. And if his great-grandson applies to be a researcher at the Weizmann Institute that he helped to found, an official who is beholden to the regime may reject him in favor of someone with a political background more agreeable to them. And if his granddaughter in Israel wants to compete for a government grant, it may appear, maybe it already does in some database, that she worked for the New Israel Fund once, and so she will not be awarded any such contract. And if one of his great-grandchildren here in the diaspora wants to make Aliyah, whether out of Zionism, for a business opportunity in tech, or out of defensive Zionism, because it has become unsafe or uncomfortable to be Jewish where he lives, it is not certain that the law of return will allow him to make Aliyah, because some official from the rabbinate will decide. Excuse me? Some official from the rabbinate will decide that one of his grandparents wasn't buried in the right corner of the cemetery, or the conversion of one of his grandmothers was not performed to his satisfaction, or a few impure genes were injected somewhere in the family tree. And that great-grandson or great-granddaughter of the man who bought the Exodus and delivered it to Mossad Aliyah Bet will not herself be able to make Aliyah. All of that is strike one. The second strike is that if the granddaughter or the great-grandson or great-granddaughter appeals to the courts, she will find that the judges and officials, and actually the entire legal establishment, is loyal to the same rulers that made those unacceptable decisions in the first place. That a legitimately elected government like this one dares to pass laws that are abhorrent, in my view, is still democracy. When the judicial branch does not have the independent prerogative to reject laws that, in the absence of a constitution, contradict the basic laws and the Declaration of Independence, it's patently illegal. A coincidence that may only be possible among our small people. Yonatan Netanyahu, Bibi's brother, whose death in battle Bibi leveraged to launch his political career, spent a summer as a counselor at a Jewish Zionist camp in New Hampshire 60 years ago. By chance, that camp was founded by the same grandfather who purchased the Exodus. And to this day, the camp educates generations of Jewish youth in the values of Judaism, democracy, and equality. In one of his letters home from the camp, Yoni wrote, "Don't waste your vacation, Bibi. Make of it something good. Read something or work on something. Don't let the days just go by. If Bibi won't listen to us, maybe he'll listen to his brother. Bibi, make of it something good." Thank you.
Okay.